Good morning. Beautiful day, as always, out here on Long Island.
It is so beautiful. Summer is here.
Yes.
Yay.
I think the question of the day is, would you change anything about your current life? Right? Is that your
Right.
question?
Right. We were listening to a speaker and she asked that question, and I thought, what a great question to ask yourself. Obviously, if the answer is yes, why aren't you doing it?
Right.
I have to say, I feel incredibly blessed. I'm with the man of my dreams. You know, we all want love, and I feel like I have that with you beyond my wildest imagination.
Well, that's nice to hear.
And, you know,
I feel the same way, by the way.
thank you. You know, we've set ourselves up so that we can do what we want, when we want, where we want. We have our health, which is obviously incredibly important,
Probably the most important.
and we work really hard at that, eating the right things, and you know, trying to live as toxic free as we possibly can. And we've got two amazing daughters that are grown-ups and adults in their own right, and living their own best life. And our job as parents is done. We completed that, which is exciting, and now we just get to be their friends. And I do have to say that even if they weren't our daughters, I would definitely have chosen them as my best friends.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
A lot of
amazing
fun last
people.
night.
Yes, great
Bowling.
night.
You can have fun bowling, right?
Yes, we went bowling, and it was so much fun. So would you change anything?
You know, I don't think I would. I mean, everything you just said is right on the money. So we are, you know, really, I'd say, bending reality, making things happen in the right direction. So I think the only thing I would change, I was thinking about that too. I'm trying to disconnect more from the things that don't matter. And you know, this is a hard one because it's you know, as we're down this journey, we're trying to figure this all out. But you know, we are all living in some sort of a dream state. And the best example I like to use is like email. I mean, we all have mail and IMs and social media, and you could really technically do the math on your mail. I mean, I think at one point I was getting, I don't know if it was 500 a day or something ridiculous like that. You just do the math on just spending a couple minutes on each one, or God forbid if you're going to reply and write something back, you could spend your whole day on just email, or just in LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or whatever your social media flavor is. So I'm trying to disconnect from some of that stuff. You know, obviously I'm holding an iPhone up here recording this, so you know, the technology is something that we use to communicate back and forth to each other, so it's important, and you know, I get great content out of it, both through email and you know, YouTube and other things. So you know, there's a lot of positives, but it can really dominate your life. So what would I change? Certainly nothing about you know, our relationship and everything we've got going on, the life we've planned. You know, we've got other plans, things we're working towards. So I guess it's a change in progress. We're already underway. I think the only thing I'd point to is trying to disconnect from some of those meaningless things that suck up you know, your time, the now.
Right. And I think that you and I have already done a phenomenal job of that. You know, through the blessing of water. You know, we've spoken so many times about the house flood that we had in July of 2015, which, you know, every single item, I mean, every paperclip, everything in that house was boxed up immediately and put into storage that we were not really able to access it. I mean, we could have, but we had nowhere to, you know, to bring any of this stuff. So it was in storage for 2 years while we, you know, put the house back together. And when the house was done, it was our dream house, or so we thought. Guess what? We lived that dream. And that dream was over, and we no longer had the desire to live in that house anymore. And all the things that surrounded us, that we had spent so much of our time working to buy things, clothes and couches and dish sets and watches and jewelry and cars. The list goes on and on and on. None of those things had any importance, yet they took up so much of the space in our life. And I really feel that since we were able to let go of those things that are so unimportant, they're things, people, and it really is an awakening when you can disconnect from things, right?
Right.
And connect with people and the earth.
Right. And I don't know if you saw, the most important thing is right up front right now. Morgan Rose and Kevin are out there waiting for us. So we've got to move on. We're going to take them on a journey today.
That's awesome. I'm so excited. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from Long Island, New York.
See you guys.